go ahead. So Lord, thank you for tonight. Thank you for this wonderful Thursday evening. And again, thank you for our life. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you for the community. Again, thank you if there's a problem. Thank you for the pain and struggle because it made us more stronger and intact on this community. And again, thank you for the life of Disha for giving us the opportunity to share her expertise for tonight. And I hope after this webinar we applied and we've learned what we have gained on this webinar. So again, thank you for this community, for the blessings. Thank you for every day, Lord. And just continue to bless us. Amen. Okay. So yeah, good evening, everyone. So we should start. So before we start, so again, thank you, Disha, for saying yes to me. I know we just spoke just recent. I think we spoke last year, way back April 2022, if I'm not mistaken. So we're in the same group, just to give an idea, we're in the same group of all coaches. Most of them are women coaches. So again, just to give you this idea, what is Accounting Pifolz? So this is created last August 13, 2021 with the goal of helping newbies in freelancing to be equipped and to get clients and able to market themselves. So again, the topic for tonight is so super valuable. It is relatable because again, I emphasize in your freelancing journey, you should know how to market yourself. But there's super different way on how to market yourself. Maybe you're marketing yourself in the old ways, but definitely Disha Wadup can share some expertise, tips, suggestion how to improve it. But just to give you ideas, Disha is an entrepreneur. You can check her profile in LinkedIn or IG or something. Maybe she can share later. But she's an entrepreneur. Maybe we could ask Disha to introduce herself well. So thank you again, Disha.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everybody. So I've been a social media manager, coach, consultant for 7 years now. My business started in 2016 and it has been a roller coaster. I started off as a social media manager and I transitioned to coaching consulting in 2019 and have been helping entrepreneurs to scale their businesses from freelancers from nothing to 7- and 8-figure businesses. And most of my stuff is done organically. I don't really rely on ads at all. Because I'm English and we don't like to pay for anything, we are cheap. So we like to do everything for free if possible. So I mainly focus on organic marketing, and getting clients through organic marketing is a little bit different than running ads, but the conversion rate on organic is so much higher, almost double what you would get on ads. So it is really, really powerful when you can convey your message well. So do you want me just to dive straight in? Everybody ready? Yeah. Okay, cool. So one of the first things that is really important about creating content that converts is knowing your pillars. So your pillars are the things that your clients must get to or must have to achieve the result that you offer. And that will be a whole variety of different things depending on what it is that you offer for your clients. But if you think about your pillars as the things that hold up the roof of your house. So one of my coaches explained this to me and I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. So I'm going to explain it to you. So if you see a house that has 4 walls and a roof. So if your outcome, the thing that you offer is the roof, and then they need the 4 things. If they don't have all 4 walls built to the top, then the roof is going to be lopsided, which means they're not going to get the full outcome of what you offer. So by knowing those pillars, you're going to be able to articulate exactly how it is that you help your clients, which is going to be really, really key when you come to creating the content that you need. So feel free to pop in the chat if you have an idea of what your pillars are, or if that's completely over your head, you're like, I have no idea what my pillars are. What are these? How is this working? And I have worked with clients to build out their pillars, because so often when clients come to me, they have no idea what their pillars are. And we extract that basically by going through a process of looking at if these people that went through your offer that you get results for don't have something, then they're going to fail and it's going to all fall down. So for example, when I'm talking about, I teach a lot about Facebook groups and growing organic Facebook groups. Now I have 4 pillars in growing your Facebook group. The first one would be growing your Facebook group. You need to have people coming into it. So that's my first pillar, is growth. The second is content and engagement inside of your Facebook group, so that you are constantly having people come back into your world. The third is sales, because if you don't have sales, you don't have a business, right? You're just an expensive hobby. So the third is sales. And the fourth is systems and automations. So having a systems to back up everything that you're doing so that you can work less and sit back and relax a little bit more. So I use a lot of different software that I teach that. So that's the fourth pillar. So those are my 4 pillars to give you an idea of what it is that how you would create those pillars. Today, we're going to dive into pillar 2. So we're going to dive into the content around how you can structure your content, the different types of content there are, and how that's going to work. So I'm going to share my screen. I teach a system of 5 different types of content. Okay, so 5 different types of content, 5 days of the week. Simple, right? You should be able to create 1 post a day and use all of these posts and you'll be done. Easy. What we then do is stack on sales content on top of that, because I say sales content should be specific sales content. So come and buy from me should be an additional 2 to 3 posts per week on top of these 5 posts as well. So the 5 posts that I teach, it's an acronym of TASTE, because I like my food, right? So everything I do is food related. So the first one is teaching. You're going to teach people something. And the way we'll go into the structure and how you do all of that shortly as well. But the first one is teaching. So you're going to teach somebody something. And usually this is something they need to know before they work with you. So something that they need to know before they work with you, so that then once they've read it, they're ready to work with you, because usually there is sort of a prerequisite of working with you. So teach some people something so they're ready to work with you. The second is awareness. So awareness. This is elevating yourself, creating that awareness around you and how awesome you are, because so often we forget that. As entrepreneurs, as freelancers, we have to toot our own horn because nobody else is going to do it for us. So we have to create content that creates that awareness around how awesome we are. So that can be down to client testimonials. It can be down to any awards that you've done. It can be down to your personal stories, your personal journeys. It can be absolutely anything that tells people that you are amazing at what it is that you do. The third is sales objections. So this is overcoming anything that people might come up with on a sales call. So often this can be time, money, anything like that, that is that people might have an objection to working with you. Creating content that overcomes this stuff before we even get on a sales call means that people pre-qualify themselves in to working with you even before they get to the sales conversation stuff, which is gold, right? So I have people sending me messages going, I want to sign up for that thing that you've advertised. Great. They just opt themselves in because they've read all of the content and overcome all of their own objections through the content that I create. So sales objections does that. The fourth is triggering content. Now, this content is designed to piss people off, right? We want to push those away from us that aren't meant to work with us and pull those towards us that are supposed to work with us. So what this could do is, if you think of something in your industry that you that you see that you don't know. Oh yeah, let me share this with you.
Tisha, are you sharing your screen? Okay.
Here, spreadsheet. So I'm going to pop this, access to this in the chat so you guys can have access to this as well. So I'm just working through these things here, and then we're going to go through how to structure it. So triggering content can be around the something in your industry that you necessarily don't agree with, or you see that you're like, what are you talking about? And we all know these in our industries, right? So if you're talking fitness, for example, I always use this as an example. All those people that say, you know, don't eat, or don't eat before 12, or, you know, only eat liquid food and you'll lose weight. There's so much rubbish out in the fitness industry, right? That you can talk about, that you can say, this is crap. Don't do this. And that is triggering content, because those that believe and will die on that stone saying, you know, if I don't eat for 3 days and I'm going to lose 5 pounds, it's going to be amazing. They won't be for you, because they're not going to buy from you. Whereas those that are like, yeah, I agree with you, are going to be more drawn to you. So for example, for me, one of the triggering contents that I use is around using your personal profile. I am a massive advocate of using your personal profile to attract clients, because 54% of the news feed on Facebook is personal profiles. So if you're friends, if you're following people, then you're more likely to get seen on those profiles by sharing content on your personal profile. So I have shared posts in groups where I've talked about using your personal profile, and I've got slammed for it. People hated it because they're not my people, and that's absolutely fine. But those people that saw it and did resonate with what I was talking about became clients. They came closer to me. They were like, oh, I get you. You're making sense. So triggering content is designed to push those away that would never work with you anyway. And then the last one is the entertainment style piece. What this does is increase the engagement. So entertainment posts can be anything from what's happening in your world. I use my dog. He's super cute, even if I do say so myself. So I use posts around him. Anything that is happening in your world. I think I posted a picture yesterday, or maybe the day before, of a bird box that my neighbor made for me, because I thought it was really cute. So my neighbor made me a bird box, and I posted that on my personal profile, just talking about that process. What that's doing is giving me a personality to those people in my world, because you're a human and you have personal thoughts and feelings, and it's okay to share those, right? We're not all robots. So we want to make sure that we're bringing that element of your personalization as well. So we're entertaining people too. So when I talk through these different styles of content, the reason that I have 3 different versions of your header is because the header is the most important section of a post. It is what is going to stop people scrolling. Now, on any social media platform, we have on average 3 seconds to capture people's attention, which is phenomenal. It's shorter than a goldfish. So now as humans, we have an attention span that is shorter than a goldfish. But hey ho, that's the world we live in, right? So we have to make sure that we are capturing that attention with the header. So I give you 3 options so that you can write down, because often the third option is usually the best one, right? We want to capture that attention and stop the scroll with your header. So that's the first sentence. If you have roughly maybe 2 lines, sometimes 3, depending on how social media platforms are feeling, before they need to click read more. And that is all to grab their attention. So this is the most important bit. Now, what I always say, don't start a story with the start of a story. So if you think of a traditional story in a traditional book, once upon a time, a man walked into a bar. You're already bored, right? You want to start the story with, he banged his head on the way in. And that would grab people's attention rather than once upon a time. So we want to make sure that what we're doing with our header is using almost the end of the story to capture their attention rather than the beginning of the story. We can then go into what the story is about and the back details as well. Then you've got the purpose of the post. So I want to make sure that what we're doing when we're creating content is this isn't going anywhere. It's not public information, this purpose, but it is to help us understand why we're sharing this post. Because I am sure you have all felt, I just need to share something. I need to post something today, so I'm going to post it, right? And realistically, nobody cares about what you're posting because you've just thought, I need to post something today, so I'm going to post it. Whereas I want to make sure that what we're doing with our content strategy is actually having a purpose and a reason behind every single post, rather than posting for the sake of it. So then you want to make sure that you know what your call to action is. This is what it is you're driving people to. And then you can create the content. So how I do this and how I repurpose this is I have an Airtable template, which has all of my content in it. So you can see here that what I do every time I create a piece of content, I save it in here. I literally have thousands of pieces of content in here now, where I save it in here so I can go back and reuse it. What I'm not wanting us to do is spend all this time on content creation and only ever use it once. So I want you to be reusing this content. So with using something like Airtable, this is a completely free platform. I separate it out by what I'm selling. So if I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to sell my Facebook group program, I can go in here and see all the different style content that I've got around Facebook groups, and I can pick something out. So on those days where you don't have anything to say, you can go in here and pull something out and share it. So we want to make sure that you are reusing your content on those days where you don't, because we all have days where we don't have anything to say, right? So we want to make sure that what we're doing is reusing the content so that we do have something to say. So what I would like you all to do is think about a type of post that you could write about. So what I've been doing for a client just this morning actually is, and I will show you how I do this. This is what I'm building out for her. I'll add it in here. So I am writing posts for a client at the moment, and I've just started this morning. And here I start with her pillars so that I know what all of this content is around. So I'm going to show you the exact process that I go through to build out content. I find the entertainment style content the easiest to create because that's how my brain works. So I usually start with that at the top. And then what I do is split it up by pillar. So I go, okay, so I'm going to work on, this morning I worked on the healthy mind pillar. So I wrote the entertainment style content, which you'll see here. And this is some entertainment style content on the other pillars here. Then I scrolled down and I created a couple of posts under entertainment for this healthy mind pillar. Now, this particular client works in retirement. She helps people in their retirement live a more fulfilled retirement. So the idea behind the healthy mind pillar is people have more purpose, clarity, and have a mind for gratitude. They set up their day, etc. Then I've gone through and written out posts that match each of those different style of posts that I mentioned for you earlier. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this was because this is a trigger post. So I said, did you have a goal for your retirement? And then now realize you don't know what is next, and went through the process of this story around what people do, what it could look like. And then here is the kicker. This is the CTA. So the call to action that I want to add on each post is to book a call with her. So although I said we're going to have sales specific posts, each of these posts can also drive people to take action. So here, I have said, when I work with clients, one of the things we work on, even before we go on the first call, is your goals. I help you put real meat on the bones so that these goals are actually achievable, rather than just writing down a list of dreamy things that never come to fruition. Together, we work out steps to make these a reality in your daily life. I hold you accountable to achieve these things, literally messaging to see if you have done them or not. It's a lot harder to let things slip when someone is there checking for you. So instead of just saying, hey, call me if you want to work with me, I have literally built a picture of what working with me for that person is going to look like. So it's a lot more detailed of a call to action rather than, hey, do you want to work with me? I'm building a picture. Oh, she's going to check in with me daily. She's going to help me with these goals. I'm going to know exactly what I need to do, and she's going to follow up with me. And then I've put, if you've been floating through your days, then let's chat about how I can help you make a real plan with goals and actions so you can feel that passion in your retirement. So I've put, let's chat about. I haven't put, let's jump on a sales call, because nobody likes those, right? You want to make sure that you are giving them a reason to jump on a call with you. The same as down here. The call to action on this part, this is a sales objection, and this was around being held accountable. So one of the things that we hear a lot, especially in the coaching industry, is, well, I know what I should be doing, I just need to do it, right? And that's all good if they actually do it, right? If you don't, then it's another problem. So we shouldn't need someone holding our hand. You're a grown adult, but in reality, it's not like that. Sometimes we need the guidance and accountability to actually do the things we know that we really want to get done. So that's a sales objection post, because we're going into, I don't need your help to hold me accountable. I can do it myself. Well, if you could have done that, you would have done it already, and you haven't. So we're calling them out. And then the CTA part is here. Part of working with me one-on-one means I hold your hand every step of the way to make sure that you're making time for you in your day. So often the day runs away with us in retirement, and we spend the day running around after others. But when you work with me, this is something we dive into in depth. So you're really carving realistic time into your day for the things you want to do. If you're ready to hold your hands up and know you need the accountability, so here what I'm doing is calling out the type of people that she will want to work with. She wants to work with people that know they need support, rather than those that are like, I can do it on my own, it's fine. So if you're ready to hold your hands up and you know you need the accountability, then send me a message and let's have a chat about if working together is a good fit for you. And again, I have said, have a chat. So what I don't want to do on these call to actions is imply that everybody needs to jump on a call with me, because that's not strictly true. I've had people pay me thousands of dollars and never jumped on a call with me because they have overcome the objections and sold themselves into it. They don't need to have a call with me. I've had people who say, oh, I've just got 1 or 2 questions. Can I jump on a call? Yeah, great. Not a problem. But what I don't want to do is inflict the way that I want to do business on them. I want them to feel that they can do business with me in a way that works for them. And if sales calls aren't a thing, or they're too busy for a call right now, then they don't need to have a call. Absolutely fine. So here, the call to action is a lot bigger than just send me a message if you want to work with me. Do these all make sense so far, or have I boggled your brain already? Pop in the chat.
I got a question.
Go for it.
Okay, the trigger part of it, when you do the trigger post, is it like you're trying to create something to talk about and push them away? Because it's like you're trying to distinguish, so which are your clients and which are not?
Exactly. Yeah. So if they're not open to the way that you want to work, then they're not your clients. And that's
Gotcha. Thank you.
absolutely fine. There'll be somebody else that is right for you. But it will bring closer to you those people that are meant for you. Any other questions so far? No? Okay. So, was that a question or no? Good. Good. Okay. So I wanted to touch on this one because here I haven't given a specific call to action that is about working with me. I've given them a task to do. So here, when I'm talking about this teaching post, and it's different for each post depending on what your call to action, your purpose is for that post. So what I want this person to do when they read this post is actually take action in their brain around thinking about what they want to do. So here I said, I give you permission to blame me. So the client's name is Jane. Jane says, I have to do this. So you are going to have to wait 15 minutes. If this is what it takes for you to focus on you for even a small chunk of time during a day, then I give you permission. Eventually, you will know that without this time for you, you can't be fully present for others, and you'll be able to stand on your own and say, no, I need this time for me. You can wait 30 minutes. The power is holding space for yourself is huge. And she specifically works with women. As women, we often spend our entire lives giving time to others to help support them through one thing or another. We don't resent this. Often it's what we live for, whether that's for our kids, partners, or friends. But your retirement should be a time you can reclaim that moment just for you. I challenge you, and here's the call to action for this post. I challenge you to blame me and take 15 minutes out of your day just to contemplate how far you have come in your life and what you want to achieve with the rest of it. No distractions, just you with your breath and your thoughts. Once this time is up, you can jot down your thoughts. Feel free to share them in the comment below or send them directly to me if you feel called to. So the call to action here is to start conversations with people around what they want to achieve with the rest of their retirement. So I want to encourage them to comment or send me a message, because those are the things that I can then spark sales conversations off the back of if they do those things. So the call to action doesn't have to be a strict sales call to action. It can be getting them to do something. Does that make sense?
All
Cool.
good.
Good. Awesome. Okay, so let me get up the next section. Hold on, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to share is creating the sales posts that are going to go on the top of those taste posts. So here is a sample of different types of posts that you can create. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Where is it? No. Anyone know how to make this bigger? Should be a button, right? Can you ever re-see those? That's all good anyway. Okay. So when you're creating sales posts, there are a few ways that you can create different sales posts. One of them is giving them an inside scoop into what is happening inside of your programs, inside of your offers. The other is creating, you know, an excitement around it, a FOMO, if you like, a fear of missing out around getting in when it's open and when it's involved. So here I've put like, it's growing, but I'm keeping the initial intake to 20. We're over halfway there. You're going to miss out. So that's creating sort of a FOMO effect on if they don't get in, they're not going to have a chance to be involved in this. So they want to get in quick. The other is that it's live. This is what it's going to include. Here's what's inside. Then I can do some overcoming objection stuff. So here's what's happening. This is an example of what's inside the program, KPI tracking document. If you don't have this, then the world's ablaze and fire and you need this. You need to be inside my program to get this. I am adding things in. So when I bring experts in, I'm showcasing that they're inside of the program and they can access these things. And I'm launching incubator where they can work with me. We're kicking off next week. So what I'm doing is I'm using any angle at all to talk about my offer. So as you saw from here, inside of this, what I do is I also segment by sales content. So I have a button here to say selling. Oh. So I can say if this is a sales post or not. So then when I'm in my sales cycle, I can just put in content that's specifically for sales posts as well. So what I'll do is send you this document as well, so you can access this and the different types of samples here. What I've done here is add people in. So as people join the program, I'm like, yay, welcome to this person who just joined our program. Because it again creates that fear of missing out. I'm also saying, so how much support? So any FAQs or frequently asked questions that come up that you can share as posts are also good sales content. So how much support do I get? What do you cover? These sorts of FAQ style posts are really good as sales content as well. Now, when you are using Facebook in terms of algorithms, often your post will get more reach if the link is in the comments. So something to bear in mind. Sometimes I will add it in the comments, but you'll see here that sometimes that's in the post. And the reason being, if I'm feeling lazy and I've scheduled it, and I don't want to go back in and add it in the comments, I just put it in the post. That's realistic life, but I know that it would get more reach if I pop it in the comments. It's just sometimes I can't be bothered and I'm a human and I'll just pop it in the post instead. Any questions on sales type content?
None so far. Are you guys, do you have questions or later? Okay.
Cool. So I'll give you samples of these. As I said, when you're on a sales cycle, you need to be having 2 to 3 sales posts on top of your taste posts per week. Any questions? I think I've covered so much. I don't want to blow your minds.
Disha, maybe my question will be, do you have someone who did it for you, or you're just the one doing it alone? Do you have a social media manager or?
Nope, I do it all myself. So what I do is I had a VA that takes the social media content that I create and adds it into Airtable for me. So I've constantly got that bank of content being updated. So if I create stuff on the fly directly inside of my group, she'll go in and pull it out and put it into Airtable for me to repurpose. But I create all of my content because nobody can create it like I can. Because I've been doing this for years, it is so easy for me to write content and pull things out that when I outsource it to somebody else, I'm like, oh, it's just not the same.
I'm not satisfied. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that was the thing about, so when I was a social media manager and when I was writing content for others, one of the things is it's really hard, especially as a social media manager, to write in somebody else's tone of voice. So unless you know that person intimately and can pull on their brain frequently, so when I write posts for clients now, I call it a done with you service. So I am getting on a one-on-one call with them and pulling out stories from them and tidbits and advice from them on their real life business so that I can create content from that. And then I can write it down that way. Because often if you're just sat on your own in a silo, you can't create that content for somebody else.
All right, thank you. Do you have any questions so far? There's a question here. Yeah, Annalisa, can you? Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Content, is there requirement in in posting number of words?
No. So the entertainment style posts that I showed you are really short because I like to use the sticker backgrounds on those, the sort of backgrounds that you get on Facebook. But there's no real sort of length that you need. I personally have the attention span of a goldfish, so I don't read really long content. So I try and keep the content that I create pretty short and to the point. I know that there are some other people in the online space that create really long content. It's just not for me. I think I don't read it. I scroll right down to the bottom and see what the point of the post is. So I just keep the content real short for that purpose. But remember that people consume content differently. Because I don't consume long form content doesn't mean that somebody else won't. And the same as videos, I never really watch people's videos, but I would read a post. So from that point, you also want to use video content for those people that would watch a video as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Any other questions?
More questions, guys?
How about adding hashtags in the content? How will it affect the content post?
Traffic. Yeah. Engagement.
On Facebook, it doesn't make that much difference. Facebook have tried to push out hashtags and try to encourage other people to use them, but it hasn't really made that much difference yet. Whether it will in the future, I don't know. Instagram, yes, of course, hashtags are really important. LinkedIn hashtags are important. And Instagram have come out with different stories on how many hashtags are important at the time. They did come out and say 7 or 4 at one point, but anybody who creates any content, if you want to use really the maximum amount, gives you more reach. So 30 is the maximum amount on Instagram, but that's a whole nother training to find the right hashtags, because I have spreadsheets after spreadsheets for hashtags and things like that on Instagram. So yeah, I would stay away from them on Facebook and then do the real research on Instagram to use the best ones.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Are you done with the slides, Tisha? Are you
Yes.
done? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add or any questions, guys?
Let me get the access for you for the sheets.
Yeah, I think as a newbies, as early as now, as I mentioned, as a freelancer, this is the most important thing that you will do to your business. It doesn't matter how often, at least you will try something different, something new. You can experiment on your posts because nobody can, according to Disha, nobody can post aside from you because it's personal. You can share anything personal related to your journey because for sure someone in your network can read your posts and can connect, and you will nurture that connections. Yeah.
It's all about being human and being relatable and sharing your story. The more that you can share, and obviously you have to be comfortable with what you're sharing, but you want to make sure that people can buy into you. So for example, when I get on sales calls, everybody knows the name of my dog because he features quite heavily on my social media stuff. And people are like, oh, how's Rolo? How's the new house? I've just been renovating. Things like that, people know because I share that stuff on my socials. In terms of my love life, it's a disaster. Don't share that so much on my socials. But you get to choose what it is that you want to share. So you can build that real connection with people that way too.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for sharing this sheet. Yeah, this is so useful. Yeah.
Yeah, it should force you to create a copy so you can add them to your own Google Drives.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to plug your website, pages, LinkedIn?
So here is my Facebook group. Feel free to come over and join us. We have training in there all the time, so you're welcome to come over and check that out. And there's tons of training in the guide section as well that you can go through all around selling without sleaze, content. I dive into more around the 5 different types of content, building your audience and relationships, everything. There's so much stuff inside of the community in the guide section that you can check out. And I'm also always doing lives. I have a masterclass next week that I can pop in the chat for you. And the masterclass is around knowing your numbers. So on the back end of any marketing campaign, whether that's anything that you're doing, we will be covering that through the masterclass. So numbers of growth, how many numbers you need to be growing to hit your targets, how many numbers of posts you need to be doing, what your reach means, what any landing page views look like, and the conversion of those. So we're going through what the numbers mean in your business, and how you can make slight improvements to increase your sales that way as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please join in that FB group. I think that's where we met, right?
Yeah.
She's the founder of the group, but I just invited her because we're saying coaching, and again, we have the same mission of helping business owners to grow their business. So although it's a different niche, but basically we're just teaching, educating you on how to grow your business. So we're the same page. That's why I invited Risha, and again, I'm so thankful to I received yes to her. So yeah, I think there's some more coaches from your group that I invited. I think one is Tori and the other one is Sally. I think Sally will be on Friday. Yeah. So thank you so much. So we're helping each other. So thank you so much. Any more question? Thank you for sharing this content planning. Do you want anyone to ask? Yeah.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Disha, when you first started, how many years ago?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Was it a lot of work you had to do in a day?
Yeah. So when I first started, I was working full time. Well, no, when I first started, I was actually living in Asia. And I started my business because I had quit my job in Australia. I was living in Australia at the time, and I quit my job in Australia and booked a one-way flight to Bali, and started Social Treats, my business now. And I started freelancing and picking up jobs. And then I panicked and I came back to England because I was 30 and I thought I should grow up and, do adult things and not go around Asia living in other people's homes. So I thought I should grow up. So I came back to England and got a job in marketing. And then I panicked again because that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to run my own business. So I was building my business up on the side of my full-time job. And so that was a lot of work. I managed to build my business up so that it overcame my full-time income. I hired support well before I quit my job. So I was able to take on more clients and hand out some of the workload before I actually quit my job. And then I went full-time in 2018 in the business. And yeah, it is a lot of work to build the audience. The main thing to getting more sales is building out your audience. Once you've done that, the rest seems easy because you've got an audience to sell to.
So now that you're all done, got your stuff together, how long does it take, or how sort of a time do you take to create content in days time? Like half a day, or even less than a day?
Yeah, so creating the content for a week, roughly, for my personal business, is probably half a day. And then,
Okay.
but I am active every single day because I want to be a presence in my community. I want to be a presence and build that audience and build that know, love, and trust factor. So the content creation, half a day, and then the engagement style of things and being present is at least an hour every day.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, anything else? Do you have more questions, guys, or you're just shy to ask? Please just ask.
I would say don't spend tons of time creating content. So sometimes I have clients that come on to work with me and they're like, oh, it takes me an hour to write a post. I'm like, what are you doing? Because this shouldn't take you an hour to write a post, right? I wrote those 5 posts in maybe just over an hour today. So when you can get down to it, it shouldn't take you very long to create the content, especially because you know your content inside and out, right? So you might have seen on the post I shared of my client's work, I have questions for her down at the bottom because I don't know her brain. So, right, so there's still stuff that I'm like, I need you to tell me this so I can create some more content. So with you creating your own content, you can constantly be thinking about it. So one of the things that I do is I have a notebook or a pad on my phone, the note section, where because we all do it, right? We're out for coffee or we're making dinner and you think of a post idea and you're like, oh, I must write that down because otherwise you're going to forget. So keep a note of all of the post ideas that you come up with and you can come back to them and write them when you're in the creation mode.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Thank you so much, Disha, again. I know your time is so valuable and thank you for sharing your knowledge and expertise. And I'm looking forward to guest you again anytime soon or this year. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so much for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Question, guys?
I just want to ask if there's a good timing for posting content. Is it every day and a specific time?
No, timing it depends when your audience are online. So my audience tend to be US based, even though I'm in the UK. So I tend to post in the afternoon-ish UK time. So I hit that audience when they wake up in the morning for posts. So it depends on when your audience are awake and active. If I post first thing in the morning UK time, the rest of the world is generally asleep, apart from if I've got some Australian clients, which I do have a handful, that will see the post that early in the morning. So I tend to leave my posts until the afternoon, but then I do share a lot of content. So I spread it out throughout the day as well. So
Thank you. So it's based on the audience, target audience. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone here posts, yeah, thank you so much, Disha, for the, what's this? The taste, according to her.
Yeah. You're very
Taste.
welcome.
That's it. Yeah, remember the taste. That's good. It's easy to remember. Yeah, anyone, and Disha, anything you want to what do you call that one? Invite us for any coaching session or any courses that you're offering, or do you have it?
Yeah, so have a look at the masterclass that I'm running next week. I put the link in the chat. That's around numbers. We've also got a live guest speaker later on this week, on tomorrow, Thursday. It's Wednesday already. Thursday, we have a guest speaker in the group tomorrow as well. So those are the main things that I have coming up. If you have a Facebook group or you're interested in Facebook groups, then Incubator is a great platform as well. The Incubator is my group coaching program, just for those that have and want to monetize their Facebook groups as well.
Okay, again, thank you so much. If you can share your link, that would be great, so they can check it out. And then please join to the group of Disha. I'm there also, a lot of coaches, and I'm trying to invite some of the coaches who wants to share the expertise. Yeah, that's it. Again, thank you so much, Disha. Thank you so much. Can we have a picture before you leave? Hold on. Let's have a picture. Okay, one. Guys, smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you, Disha. Second page.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Hold on, guys, dyan lang kayo. Nag-picture taking ako. Okay. Oh, wala na siya. Tagalog na tayo, guys. Question. Nahiya pa kayo magtanong na. Useful ba yung tips niya, guys? Nakakuha ba kayo ng tips? Valuable sa kanya?
Oo, talaga exposure. Tapos when you're exposing yourself, kailangan talaga yung tama yung ginagawa nyo para ma-reach mo yung clientele na gustong ma-reach.
Kasi
Tama
di
siya.
ba, tama sir, kasi di ba yan ang lagi yung struggle, ang sumbong niyo sa akin, Miss yan, nahihirapan po akong kumuha ng clients. So that's it. Kasi wala na kasi kayong ibang way of having clients. Kasi nga, ang alam yung clients is Onlinejobs, Upwork, LinkedIn, FB group. Why not create a natural market? Alam nyo ba ngayong araw pa lang, 4 na agad, may local akong 2 nagtatag, 3 na ata. Bakit? Kasi nga, they already know me doing the bookkeeping kasi the more the ingay, the better. The ingay in the sense of posting related to your business. Kasi hindi naman kayo malalaman ng tao na nagbo-bookkeeping service kayo kung hindi kayo nagpo-post anything related to bookkeeping. Ma-attract nyo kasi sa, yung sinatabi kong lead magnet, ma-attract nyo siya ng kusa. Hindi nyo naman intend, yung mga kung di naman sila yung target mo, bigla na lang mag-i-inquire. Nagugulat ka na lang, tahimik lang silang nagmamasid. Kasi sabi may nagsabi sa akin, alam nyo bang yung hindi pa nagla-like sa inyo, yun pa yung silent leader nyo, bigla na lang silang magiging kliyente.
Tama. Very true.
Yun talaga yung based on numbers, yun talaga yung may nagsabi sa akin. Totoo yun. Minsan nga nag-enroll na sa akin, hindi ko naman likers, pero nag-enroll sa elite. And if you notice, what's the marketing strategy, what I did is, tingnan nyo na lang yung FB group natin. Saan ba ako nagsimula? Pero yung FB group ng accounting people, hindi ko talaga siya intention. I'm just playing, that time na nagsimula ako, naglalaro-laro lang naman ako, basta masaya lang ako. Pero hindi ko siya inisip na something sooner or later magiging valuable, mas mapapadali yung buhay ko. If may chance kayong gusto nyo gumawa ng FB group related sa your business nyo lang, yung target audience nyo, padalhin nyo doon, mga kamag-anak nyo, dalhin nyo sa FB group. Para kung nahihiya kayo, doon kayo mag-share ng anything. Pwede rin kayo gumawa ng FB pages. So there's a lot of way how to market yourself, not necessarily yun nga, magbayad ka ng FB. Andun si Miko, may SMM dito, baka magbayad ng FB ads. Kasi dati ako nagpapa-FB ads eh. Pero nakakakuha ng leads, pero hindi kasi siya, na-realize ko kapag galing sa mga TikTok nga at saka ads, hindi siya nagre-retain. Bakit? Wala kasing relationship. Walang na-build na rapport. It doesn't matter how 2 years siya bumalik, years siya bumalik, but at least nandyan lang sila sa paligid. That's just sinasabi ko lagi. Di ba na nag-strategic planning tayo in January? Planting seeds. As early as now, if you're a freelancer, nagsistart kang freelancer, newbies ka, natatakot kang hindi consistent yung income mo for the next 1 to 2 years, this is your right time to plant a seed. Wala namang seed na malaki agad. Meron ba? Meron bang seed pa lang naging tree na? Di ba yung tree nga dumadaan mga bagyo, di ba? Natatapakan ng sino-sino, nasagasaan ng kotse, yung halaman. Pero nabubuhay siya. Pero at least, nakapag na siya, may mga, di ba, lumaki na siya eh. So sa akin, nagkataon lang, lumaki na yung akin for 1.5 years, to 2 years na ako sa freelancing. Na-build ko na yung akin until continuous na siya nagpo-flow.
Coach, may tanong.
Yes po.
from Miko Reyes, Coach, wala pa bang ma-post about sa niche? Kasi nag-aaral pa kung paano ginagawa, wala ako skills.
Skills. Sige. Ito
Miko,
maganda
Miko?
yan. Ano kasi si Miko, ka-help ko sa kabila. Ampun ko to si Miko. Ang niche niya is SMM. Ang suggestion ko is, if you want, you can collaborate sa mga nanditong mga kagrupo na mag-usap kayo, tulungan mo silang mag-create ng content. Ikaw mag-handle. Kumuha ka ng testimonial. Kahit kayo, meron kayong kaklase na kagroup na, uy, gawin ko naman ng ako na lang mag-book. Tapos i-testimonial mo. Tapos ipopost ko sa social media with their permission. Ang turo sa akin ng coach ko talaga, mentor ko nung nasa insurance ako, create a social proof. Diba? Ang lakas talaga nun. Wala ka nang sasabihin kasi nakikita na magaling kayo. Ako naman, hindi naman ako magaling, diba? Magaling man ako mag-TikTok. Yan, sayo-sayo ako doon. Pero hindi, joke lang. Magaling lang ako, natawa sila. Magaling lang ako mag-market kasi nga, alam ko yung basic ng marketing. Diba? Yan yung tinuturo ko sa elite, alam niyan. Pero sabi, as early as now, alam nyo na ngayon, yung mga newbies, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo newbies, ang sarap nyong alagaan kasi kayo yung ayun nga, ginagawa ko ng marketing. O, try na natin, teaching. Diba? Teaching you. Sunod, awareness. Sales, objection. O, diba may coach, hindi naman ako marunong ganyan. So, sasagutin mo yung objection niya. Diba? Ano yung sunod? Taste. Ano daw sunod? Trigger. So, yeah, magti-trigger na siyang bumili o mag-join sa any course mo or sa services mo kung accounting ka. Sunod is, ano yung sunod? Ano yun? Ano nga yung sunod? Entertain yan. So sa bookkeeping same din, magkaroon muna kayo ng teaching sa wall nyo, sa LinkedIn nyo. Alam nyo ba na ang ngayon, magde-deadline na yung BIR or IRS by Feb 18? Yan, normally ganyan. Pwede naman kayo mag-research Tapos i-tweak nyo na lang sa inyo. Tapos sunod, awareness na, unti-unti. Tapos engaging na, cheering kayo sa classmate nyo, sa ka-group nyo. Kaya nga tayo may community para magtulungan kayo. So yun, pag wala kayong, sabi ko nga sa inyo lagi, activity not necessarily application ng jobs, okay? Ang activity is something na ginagawa mo related sa business mo. Kausap ng tao, posting, sharing ideas, answering questions of other people, communication, kahit saan kayo magpunta, magsalita lang kayo, mag-share kayo ng alam mo. Diba kanina, minakausap ako, sabi lang niya, ay talaga ba may freelancing ba siya? Opo, nagtuturo po ako ng ganyan-ganyan. So, papajoinin daw niya sa group. By normal conversation, ano po ginagawa niyo? Sa bahay lang po, nagtatrabaho po. Ay, talaga ba? Paano yun? Ganyan-ganyan. Alam niyo ba, sabi ko pa doon sa kausap ko, alam mo ba, ma'am, ang sahod sa Pilipinas, ganito-ganito lang. Oo nga, pero sa freelancing kasi, posible po ito. Diba? Awareness, teaching and then papunta awareness. Paano yan pag walang computer? Paano kung hindi ako marunong? So, di ba, nagkakaroon ng conversation without you knowing na babentahan mo na sila. Diba? So, ganun din sa bookkeeping. It's up to you kano nyo siya sasabihin. So, yun, nagsistart lang doon. Si Ma'am Shibet, kanina may mga BIR issue, may tinatag kami kay Ma'am Shi. So, pag merong ganun, pag di ko talaga alam local, tinatag ko na yung alam kong pwede doon. Nakatulong na ako sa isang araw. Hindi naman kailangan kliyente ko siya. Natulungan ko isa by referring someone. Diba? So, ganun yung, yan, si Israel, kasi nakachat ko, meron kaming kliyente pinakausap, although hindi nag-work, it's okay, but at least we tried something na ipaplant namin yung seed dun sa client. Baka sooner or later, pag ready na siya, magiging client namin siya soon. So, ayan. Ano po advice? Yun nga, sabi kanina ni Disha, alam nyo, mas malaki talaga yung personal FB nyo. Yan talaga kasi yung personal brand nyo. Di ba tinuro yung branding? Tinuro din yata niyo ano to last time, yung branding nyo. Di ba ako naman nasa social media ko lang naman lahat ng content ko nilalabas ko sa group, sa FB page, saka sa LinkedIn. Pero, kung sakit sa katotohanan, ang mga mag-anak ko doon, hindi nagla-like, tsaka mga classmate ko, high school, kung mag-anak ko, hindi nagla-like lang yun pag mga pabebe kong post. Pero pag, kasi hindi nila kasi alam, di ba? It's okay, hindi naman nila alam. Ang nagla-like sa akin yung mga kapwa freelancer. So, okay lang yun. Nung nasa insurance ako, nagla-like lang din yung mga kapwa ko financial advisor. So, it depends kung nasan ka ngayon, yung magla-like sa'yo. Kasi nakaka-relate sila. Okay? Pero dati wag na tayo maging gano'n. Nabasa ko nga, wag tayo masyadong pa-apekto sa likers. Wag tayo maging, yung konti ng likers ko. Actually, ang kukuha yung audience yung hindi pa nag-like sa inyo. So, yun yung pinaka.
Oo,
Ang
no.
ganda naman ito, oh. Ay, pa-save nung binigay ni Jenny, oh. So, save nyo yan. Okay, so, any question? Any question, guys? Sa Elite, actually, sa Elite, itong ang ibibigay ko bago lang, kasusulat ko bago mag-start. Pag sa Elite, meron kasi kayo yung objection, how to price your services. Tama ba? Doon kayo
Tama.
lagi natatakot. So, sa Elite namin, sa coaching session ko, ituturo ko doon, ano ba yung 3 things na kino-consider, paano ka pa makapagpresyo. Bigyan ko kayo ng idea. Sinusulat ko lang kanina. Skills, experience, and confidence. Pero sa coaching session, pag Elite kayo, buong year, dahil nasa akin kayo, lahat ng confidence level ko, ipapasa ko sa inyo. Diba? Sino nag-coaching ko dito? Nahawahan ko na ba ng kakapalan ng mukha, tibay ng dibdib at lakas ng loob? So, walang nagtuturo niyan sa ibang courses. Ang tinuturo sa courses sa atin is mostly skills lang, technical. Pero, hindi natuturo doon how you will drive the conversation sa client. How you will build rapport to the client. So, ganun kadali. Through chat, mapapa-oo mo yung client. Ano ba yun? Sa Canada. Nanonood siya ng balita. Asan si Sir? Yeah. Sir Rafael. Question, guys. Gusto niyo ba yan? Yung basic kung paano mag-pricing?
Oo naman. Oo naman.
So,
Importante
ayan,
yan.
yun yung laman ng sa Elite. Pero, sige na nga, bigyan ko na. Kasi depende kasi yan, di ba, skills. Kayo naman nakaka-assess ko ano yung skills nyo eh. Tapos, meron kayong experience.
Kailan yung coach, yung deadline nung binigay mong pipilapan?
Ano po, Teka lang guys, tumatawag yung nasa Norway ko. Ay, hindi, okay na. Teka lang guys. Okay. Sa ano po, sa Sunday na po, yung coaching session.
So before Sunday dapat masubmit na?
Opo, Friday po sana kasi iba po nabasa ko na yung sagot. Alam po ng coaching ko yun, binabasa ko kung ano yung nilagay yung salary na gusto nyo. Iba 80,000, 100,000. Magkano yung current salary nyo? Kasi dun sa current salary nyo kasi, yung bibigyan yung salary sa akin is yung dapat kailangan na ma-achieve. Hindi tayo titigil hanggat di mo nakukuha yung gusto mong salary. Di ba? Yan kasi yung basis ng paano nyo kayo magpipresyo sa gusto nyo kitain. Pero maraming questions. Alam nang nasa 12-day challenge ko yan. Ang daming tanong. Ano ba si Sir Walter? Ang tanong ni Sir Walter, kaya ba na 2 full-time job? Sabi ko, based on experience, hindi. Mamamatay ka pag 2 full-time. Dapat 1 full-time, maraming side hustle. Diba? Given, and talagang yun na talaga yung katotohanan, kailangan na nating maraming side hustle. So, paano mangyayari minsan magkaroon ng side hustle? Kasi nga, magaling ka na mag-close. Closer ka na. Minsan, paano pag magaling na ako mag-close, nahihirapan naman ako mag-delegate. Kaya nga nandyan ang community para pagpa-outsource, tumulong ka. So, kada problem yung madadaanan, nandyan kami para gabayan kayo kung bakit. Okay?
Coach, paano yung nagkaka-enroll lang today? Katulad si Dean Adel, kaka-enroll lang sa Elite. Yung mga sinasabi mong to be finished by
Assignment.
Friday o mga assignment.
Sige, hindi, ano lang, yung siguro yung last week naka-enroll, siguro cut-off natin ng week ng Sunday kasi kaka-enroll lang ng Monday. Kung hindi nyo magawa, okay lang, meron pa namang time kasi ano lang naman ang sagot doon, yung fill up ng Excel, baka naman it will take 30 minutes of your time lang. Yung ibang assignment wala pa, wag mo na kayo ma-overwhelm kasi may papagawa pa ako sa inyo. Diba? Pero dapat pag nag-ilit kayo, susunod kayo sa lahat, lalo na sa akin. Kapag di nyo ginawa yung loom, may magtatrack na talaga sa inyo ng progress nyo, whether you like it or not. In 1 year, nakatrack yung progress nyo. Ilang kliyente na kayo? Anong problema mo pa? Kasi meron kayong mga sasagutan pa eh. Kasi kahit hindi nyo na i-share, sa akin nyo na i-share through email, malalaman po anong problema. Kasi yun ang goal ng binayaran nyo sa akin, di ba? Yun ang gusto nyo, magpa-mentor, magpa-coach. Kasi kahit anong gawin yung course na ipinuntahan nyo, kung walang magtuturo sa inyo, coach, tuturuan kayo ng tamang paraan. mawawalang saysay lahat ng learnings nyo. Additional yon, may certificate, pwede kayong makadagdag. Kasi the more na nag-enroll kayo sa courses, sa e-com, sa property, ako nga natututo kay Sir Joel kanina. Sabi ko dun sa meeting ko lang, promise, sabi ko dun kagabi, kahit alas 2 na ako gising, do you have 8825? Do you have HUDs? O, di ba? Ang lakas baka ano. Tapos, syempre, yung mga kausap, ano daw, HUDs? Pero yung kliyente, si Mark, nakaka-relate. Actually, ganyan-ganyan. Actually, 8825, you will not touch that, blah, 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 blah. Di ba, kaka-enroll ko lang kay, hindi ko nga natapos yung kay Joel na lesson, pero may sinabi lang akong keyword na I can relate. Yung HUDs, tinignan ko lang siya, nanonood ako. Pero, again, yung courses na ina-apply nyo sa accounting people, dapat kada apply nyo, ina-apply nyo sa client pag kausap nyo siya. So, ang tendency, edi 2 libro agad pina-close sa akin. Diba? 2 agad pinapahawakan. Kaya mamaya hindi kami ano. Kasi hindi ko rin. Diba? So, ganun yung mga tips na tuturo ko sa inyo, how you will close the client by saying the HUDs and 8825. Lakas pa kaano ng 8825. Yun. Yung mga malalaman nyo kay Coach Joel. Sa e-commerce, marami din. So, ayun, yun yan, ang coaching session, guys, siguro kaya ko siya pina-plug. Bakit? Again, this is something bigger na mai-imagine ko. Kasi I'm visioning the accounting people's elite mas malakas, mas magagaling. Kasi buong-buo yung support. Dati nga ang coaching ko nga, may nakukuha na akong result, what more kung kasama ko yung buo. Yun na lang yung asahan nyo. Diba? So, aantay naman namin kayo. 1 year naman yun eh. Kaso syempre, kung makasabay kayo sa unang batch, mas maganda. Kasi yung energy ko, boost na boost pa. Kasi yun yung sasabihin kong pioneering team eh. Sila yung unang batch. Pero di ba, lumaki naman yung accounting people ng ganun kalaki, 10,000. From the start of 50 lang kami noon, 150. So ngayon, 136 na kami ang elite. Kamusta yun? Diba? So, yun yung masasabi ko lang. And congratulations sa mga nag-enroll. At kahit nasa coaching ko na, nag-enroll pa rin sila. Bakit? Ang tingnan nyo na lang kano kagulo yung GC namin. Ewan ko na lang kung makahabol kayo sila sa bilis. Diba? Ang bilis talaga. Ang dami nag-share doon. Andun yung mga the best of the best coaches nyo. So, ako nga nakikiyan na lang ako. Do you have any questions doon sa pricing? Yung nga, sabi ko doon sa pricing, ulitin ko, yung skills nyo, yung experience nyo depende doon sa ginagawa nyo. So, it so happen lang yung experience ko kasi medyo malaki-laki na. Kaya pag nakikipag-usap, okay. Pero, nagigain kasi yung experience eh. So, ngayon, newbies kayo sa freelancing. Huwag kayong mainip sa sarili nyo ha. Huwag kayong masyadong gusto ko agad 6 digits. Huwag ganon. Wala namang wala namang overnight success. It takes hard work. Pays off talaga. Persistent. Consistency. Kapag tumigil ka sa freelancing ng pagiging consistent mo, sisisihin mo na naman yung sarili mo ay ibang tao. Bakit hindi ka naging successful? Tama? Anything that you do is ikaw lang din ang may makakasagot. Sabi ko nga sa kinoaching ko last time, huwag kang magturo ng tao, kasalanan ni Miss Jen yan. Sabi niya, gagaling ako pagka-enroll ko dyan, hindi naman ako nagka-client. Huwag sana gano'n. Bakit? Kasi ako, bibigay ko lahat ng nag-work sa aking process until na working siya sa akin. Kung hindi siya nag-work, hindi ko siya gagawin at walang mag-enroll sa elite sa coaching kung hindi siya nag-work. It's up to you how you will apply it consistently lang. Again, kaya nga may group eh, kasi pag feeling mo tumatamblay ka na, ayoko na, hindi ako motivated maka-attend nga sa free webinar. Doon ka ulit makakakuha ng lakas ng loob. Kaya pansin niyo pa na ako pa free webinar. Kasi pag wala nagpa-free webinar sa inyo, you will just do your things alone. Wala na naman kayong alam kasi wala kayong alam sa thread. So why not create a free webinar that will help you equip? Pero syempre, sasamahan niyo yun ng applications. Diba? Maraming newbies eh. Halos ang elite newbies paano magsimula. Alam ko talaga kung saan. Kaya nga aayusin natin kung saan kayo dapat nagsisimula. Profile, papunta sa level of confidence yung goal natin. Yun yung end goal, confidence. Okay, yan sa elite. Yun yung tatlong dapat, paano kayo makakapag-pricing. Kasi kapag alam mo na yung worth mo, kung alam mo yung ROI na ibibigay mo sa client, pwede kang tumingin sa mga mata niya, this is my worth. So, yun lang masasabi ko doon. Oo, lahat naman tayo magka-client, masaya lang. Ang una kong client, nakita ko lang kanina sa post ko, April 2021. So magto 2 years na pala ako freelancer by April. Tapos marami nagsasabi, Miss Yan, ano na, malayo-layo ka na. Sabi ko, hindi pa po ako malayo. Marami pa. So, I'm seeing you 2 years, 5 years. Freelancer pa din kayo. Lalo na yung mga newbies. Walang bibitaw. Tapos kahit may client na kayo, be active sa community. Pag may free, attend lang. Tapos pag may nagtanong, kung may nakita kayong link, paki-share. You will never know talaga yung mararating ng tulong nyo. Kasi sobrang yun yung planting a seed. What I'm getting right now is just planting a seed. Pero hindi na, genuine naman yung planting ko, guys. Mukha ba ako nakikipagplastikan? Mukha ba akong plastic? Diba? So, hindi. Anyway, yun lang. Kasi yun talaga siya eh. And ang goal lang naging tayo, maging successful kayo lahat. Kasi you deserve. God created you kasi you deserve something better. Okay? Deserve ng family mo makaranas ng magandang buhay. Diba? Gusto niyo ba yung feeling kahapon nasa Valentine's ka, nandun ka, wala kang oras, umaga nandun lang kami sa Tagaytay. Tumatakbo ka nang wala kang iniisip kung bukas may kikitain ka ba o hindi. Napasahod ko na yung 2 tao ko kahapon, ang saya-saya, sakto Valentine's. O di may pang date. Alam mo yung feeling ng ganon? Nakasama mo nanay mo, nagde-date kayo ng mahal mo sa buhay without thinking, may trabaho ba ako ngayon? Malilate ba ako? Magli-leave ba ako? Ang saya, di ba? Gusto nyo ba ganong life? Kaya nyo yun kasi you deserve. Ako na nagsasabi, deserve nyo. Lahat ng nandito deserve. So, pero dapat maniwala muna kayo na deserving kayo. Kung kayo magdadoubt sa sarili nyo, hindi dapat. Kasi doon manggagaling yung energy nyo, yung labas ng confidence nyo by believing in yourself na you can do it. Ramdam ng kliyente yan pag hindi kayo confident. Okay? So again, may nakikita ko mga dito in 50s, 60s. Sabi ko wala sa age yan. 'Di ba? Ma'am Maureen, no, 'di ba? Ang galing ng Maureen, ang ganang tawa niya, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung ibang objection. Ang na po ako, by 50 na po ako coach eh. 30 years na po ako sa BPO coach. 30 na po ako sa government. Wala po akong experience coach kasi po hindi po accounting. So ang daming objection. Yan. Ano po yan? Coach, pag taxation ng foreign, allow tayo mag-anan. May training po ang coaching ng tax. Kaya po nandun si Bedrock. Nate-train po siya. Mahabang training kasi nakakatakot humawak, pero at least may knowledge ka. Iba pa rin yung may nasi-share kang something sa client mo when it comes to tax. Kaya may mga courses tayo. Again, di ba kaya nga may courses is just to give you something na ma-share na worth every tao makausap mo, client man siya, hindi, kaibigan mo man siya. Kapag nakaka-share ka ng something may value, 'di ba? Parang iba 'yon, parang may bilang ka, may worth ka. Okay? Training na US tax para pong April, sasabay po siya sa 13 week, hindi ko po sigurado. O proud 52. Question mga newbies, ano pong objection nila as a newbies? Nasagot ko ba yung tanong nyo dun sa May tinatamaan ba dyan? Yung maraming excuse. Yung sabi ko nga sa coaching ko, nung si Ma'am Ada, nag-coaching kami last time sa CNN, ang dahilan, coaching nila, coach, di ako makapagsimula kasi anak ko ganyan-ganyan. The more na dapat sipagin ka kasi anak mo yung pinag-uusapan. So kung hindi ka matulog ng ilang oras, 2 oras, it's okay. Kasi lang naman yun. Temporary lang yun. Tanungin mo yung accounting admin, alas kami natulog kahapon, 2:00, para kami mga adik. Para kami, alam mo yung feeling namin nasa kami, isang lugar, kanto, nakatambay lang kami, o gising na kape. Pero at least, diba, something na kahit pagod ka, nakaka pa rin ng, ang dami mo pa rin naman kasama mga puyator, si Ma'am Shi, sila Sir Joel, minsan si Ten. Di ba, paggising mo, sino ba yung unang bumabate? Kahit paggising ko, kayo agad naiisip ko, good morning, elites. O good morning, accounting people, just to light up the day. Ganun lang. As sumusunod kayo, di ba? Nakakadagdag ng yun. Nakakadagdag ng energy. Sino po tinamaan? Sa may anak. Ang hours po, 2 to 3 hours. Again, continue po yung coaching ko. Dati po kasi by launching ako, ngayon po continuous siya. I-maximize nyo po yung talent ni Miss Yan. Ulitin natin paulit-ulit hanggang di kayo nagkaka-client. Di ba nakita niyo yung post ko lang kanina? Nakatulala lang ako, may pumapasok na kliyente. Siya pa yung nagbalik. Mas yan, di mo ako nabalikan. Ako pa ngayon ang di bumalik. Kasalanan ko ba? Diyan. Hindi sa dami ng kausap, pero kliyente siya. Hindi ko na rin siya naalala kasi normally sinusulat ko. Pero pumapasok, di ba? Leads by showing up. Yun. So, yun yung mga tips ni Miss Yan niya na hindi naman ako magsasawang ipaalala sa inyo. Yan. Kasi gusto ko kayo makita sa nagta-travel, Boracay, nabili yung bahay, nabili yung kotse. Bukod sa mga material things, gusto ko is marami kayong kaibigan. Natutulong sa journey nyo hanggang 10 taon. Okay? Ako 2 years na. So, marami na ako na-build na ready. Ayan, sila Christine, una pa kami, magkakasama na kami. Diba? So, ayan pa rin sila. Si Trisha. Diba, Trisha? 2021 pala magkakasama na kami. So, sila Vanessa, ayan, kilala ko yan. Matatagal na kami sa accounting Pifolz. So, nandito pa rin sila. Bakit? Kasi there still need kailangan pa rin namin ng isa't isa eh. Minsan nga nagugulat ako ba't nandito pa sila kasi feeling ko baka, di ba, maka-successful na sila. Pero meaning, bumabalik sila kung saan sila nanggaling. Yan. So, alam ni Ana yan, para kung kitikite. Sabi nga, ang dami asukal. May question po, guys. Mga newbies sa elite. So, ang elite po, mag-start na po Feb 19. Ang susunod po, pag hindi kayo naka-enroll mamaya, ang sa next na batch na po, March 5. March 5 na po. Continuous yun. Ika-cut off po. Pag nagbayad kayo ng March 15. Nagsusunod na March, susunod na week na yung coaching ko ulit. Ulitin ko ulit kasi iba't iba kayong batch. Di ba? Tama ba? Yung iba hindi nakasunod, pwede ulit maki-sit in. Unlimited seat po tayo. Imagine. Si Ma'am Shing nga nagpapalibre ng basic tsaka zero. So lahat ng powers namin, ibibigay na namin. Kasi our goal for next year, ipo-forecast ko, mga 1,000 ang elite members. And more pa. Through you sa unang batch. Kasi kayo yung marunong na, di kayo naman magtuturo. Then, di ba? Yan, pwede naman po. Andyan lang po kami. Hindi po kami, yearly na po ito. Kasi po talaga pong ay Vanessa, na-miss ka namin. Ayan. So, andyan. So, kasi yung mga nauna kasi nagtataka, bakit siya yan, ganyan pa din. Kwento pa din ang kwento. Hindi pa rin napapagod si Miss Yan. Kasi, yun yung pinamis ko kay God. Diba? Sabi ko kay God noon, pag binigyan mo ako ng passive income, I'll do everything I can. It's my payback time na lang tayo. Tsaka talent yan na binigay ni Lord, hindi pwede itago. Kaya nga talent ko pag sa'yo, pinapakita ko kasi hindi ko tinatago. Ay, sumasayang-sayang ako. So, any talent na meron ka to help people, i-maximize mo lagi. Okay? Opo. Di po tayo. Tsaka thankful again ako sa mga admin po, nandito sila. Lagi ko naman sinasabi. Again, the success of accounting people is not only Miss Ganyan. Success of accounting people is because of you and because of admin na nagsimulang sumuporta sa akin since day 1. Kasama kayo doon ngayon. Lahat kayo nandito, kasama kayo. O baka magkaiyakan pa tayo. Yan tayo eh. Question, getting clients, interview. Sino may question, may interview mamaya? Marami nagme-message ng ganun eh. Navigation. Miss yan. Hindi po ako marunong mag-navigate ng zero. Hindi po ako mag-QuickBooks. Yan. Yan yung problem ng iba, di ba? Yan. Yes po. Kasi-in pa din po ang CNM. Papapasukin ko po ang CNM din. Tsaka, kasi ganito po, yung coaching session po naman last year, makakaupo sila sa lahat ng coaching ko. Ang hindi lang kayo makakapasok is sa elite group, which is nang doon lahat ng coaches. Alam ng mga nasa elite, si Sir JC, grabe yung mga posting doon ng mga knowledge, sharing ng knowledge, kahit ako natututo. So, yun yung kakaiba sa elite. Dinala ko lahat ng nasa likod ko kasi this time, hindi lang ako. Diba? Kasi kung ako lang, hindi rin ako magiging successful. Walang tao magiging successful na mag-isa. Tama? So, yung success nyo is not because ikaw yun. Successful ka kasi may kasama ka gumawa yun.
True.
Diba? Okay? Sana walang magbago, sana ganyan pa rin kayo kabait. Charor, hindi kayo sumasagot sa akin eh. Yan. May questions po guys, nahihiya lang. Gusto nilang one-on-one ko pa sila. Any problem guys? Miko, ikaw, andito si Miko. Internship. Meron pong internship na pagbigyan ko po yung iba sa coaching ko. Sobrang dami lang. Pero ganito kasi yun eh. Ang nakikita ko kasi, pag sa coaching session ko tuloy-tuloy yan, kahit hindi ka nagpa-intern sa akin, kasi tuturuan kitang sumagot sa client. Si Israel, yun talaga ano ko dati, pinag-resign ko na yan, masaya na siya. Totoo sa bata kasabi ko, mag-resign ka na. Oo, mag-resign na po coach. O, nag-resign na siya sa government. Ang lakas kong loob ko magpa-resign at magpa-uwi ng OFW. Pero more than pinag-resign ko is yung paniniwala niya nakakayanin niya. Mahirap yun mag-resign kasi paano na akong fixed income, paano na pag hindi ako naging successful, paano kung hindi mag-work sa akin ng freelancing? I don't think so. Kasi lahat ng pupuntahan nating bagay, mag-work sa inyo yan. Responsibility mo lang. Sense of responsibility lang yun kapag kung saan ka pumunta. Diba? Yung corporate job nyo nga, hindi nyo nang pinili eh. Pero, nag-succeed pa rin kayo. Decision nyo yun eh. Kasi anything na gagawin nyo naman is, magiging successful naman talaga kayo kahit sa kayo pumunta. Normal naman talaga yung takot, di ba? Fear talaga. Normal talaga yan. Limiting beliefs lalo. Normal na normal. Kasi pag naniramdam mo yung limiting beliefs, meaning, malikot na yung utak mo na magja-jump ka na gawin yung kinatatakutan mo. Kesa hindi ka natatakot. Nakakatakot yun, yung hindi natatakot. Hindi nag-iisip na kasi hindi na siya nag-wish ng something better sa family niya eh. Diba? Huwag kayo mag-settle for, okay na ako dito, okay na yung 50,000 na sahod, okay na ako dito. Gusto ko lang ng simpleng buhay. Hindi ganun. Binigyan tayo ni Lord ng mas magandang buhay. So, don't be contented. Aim higher. Aim more. Okay? Kasi nga, kapag nakagawa na kayo pera, makakatulong na kayo sa iba. More magiging ano kayo. Machine, money-making machine na kayo. Okay? Question po.
My question dito, Coach. Kahit po ba hindi maalam sa Zero or QuickBooks, pwede ba sumali sa Elite?
Opo,
Sa
mas
Elite, I mean.
maganda. 6 digits naman po. Pero hindi pa ako kalahating milyon na. Akala na iba na kalahating milyon. Hindi, sana nga lang. Pero, again, I have to be honest, I'm will creating passive income. Gusto ko maturuan kayo ng passive income. Iba kasi yung working ka lang ng, eto yung sahod mo, why natutulog ka, may pera ka. Did you get my point? Sa ngayon, yan lang unang goal niya. Maka 6 digits, masaya na ako. Hindi talaga. Hindi pa yun ang total higher level of contentment mo. Pag na-reach mo yung 6 digits, may hahanapin ka pa. Hindi ka titigil lalo. Kasi alam mong na-hit mo na yung 6 digits, di ba? Ay, kaya ko 6, kaya ko pa. Yun, yung goal mo na magretiro ako ng 50 years old. Yun lang ang goal ko, magretiro na ako 50 years old. Yung kahit hindi naman nakakausap niyo ako, pero yun nga, nagagawa ko naman na yun, nasa labas ako, pero, di ba, nakakapunta ako sa gusto ko nung wala akong boss. Yan ang pinakamasarap maramdaman sa buhay. Wala ka ng boss. At mabait naman akong boss. Di ba, Julie? Diyan si Julie, yung ano ko. Ano naman
Yes.
O, you guys, nag-second emotion siya. Si Julie po yung EA ko. Yan. So, yan.
Mabait po si Coach.
Yan. Hindi po ako may
Sobra.
kung siya magtrabaho, yan, lalabas ako, mamaya ako gagawa. Sige, basta mamaya ganyan. Ganun lang ako kalikaw. So, kasi ayoko din nagma-micromanage eh. Tinuturoan ko na micromanage, ma-micromanage ko siya. Diba? Well, ganun. Yes po. 4,000 po hanggang ngayon. Bukas po, ano ba usapan? Hindi kasi ako, sorry may mga deciding factor na po kami ngayon eh. Meron na po kaming admin eh. So yung decision po ngayon is a group decision. It's not my decision ha. Kung ako lang kasi, alam na mga coaching ko yan. Talagang ibibigay ko yan. Pero this time kasi we have admin. 4,000 po until today po ba? Tama? Feb 15. Bukas po is 5K pero 2 gigs na. Tama ba ako? Sino ba nakakaalam? Tama ba, Coach Joel? Or Sir George?
Parang,
Until Feb 28 po yun, di ba?
oo. Yung
Until
sa
ay, wala naman, di ba alam?
bukas,
O sige, Feb 28, wala namang problema. Tapos installment. O di ba, wala problema. Hindi ko talaga alam, sorry. Ano lang po,
28 siya, coach. Tapos yung exclusive event mo ba yun?
ang kakaibahan lang kasi kapag nagbayad ka ngayon, mapapasama na agad kayo sa first session sa
Yes po.
Mapauna lang kayo
coaching
ng
mentoring.
mentoring mauna.
Coach, pinagtatanong hanggang kailan daw yung 4K na payment?
Hanggang
Hanggang bukas
hanggang Feb 28 pala. Tama
hanggang
ba? Opo, yung 2022
February
member.
28.
okay. Kasi kala ko hanggang bukas na lang eh. Nagtatanong kasi sa akin.
Ay, di po. Ano naman po siya? Hanggang
Yes.
28. Pero pagdating
Hanggang
ng Feb sa March 1, 5K na po.
5K na po pag March na po.
Bakit? Alam niyo kung bakit? Tuturuan kayo magkaroon ng sense of urgency. Ganun din kasi gagawin natin kay client. Kapag di mo kinuha ng service ko ngayon, magmamahal ako next month. Ganun kayo dapat. Yun yung sense of urgency. Di ba? Know your value. Kasi tumatakbo yung oras. Hindi naman sinabing, sorry mangutang kayo. Okay naman. Kasi syempre pa din, kung may way naman, malilate ka lang. Pero again, sense of urgency. Yun lang. Yun yung tuturo doon. Yun yung behind bakit 5K. Second batch na March 5 na po ulit. Kasi yung sasabihin ko sa Feb 19, yun yung gagawa kayo ng proposal. Bigyan ko yung overview of proposal, Loom videos, paano mag-online jobs, Upwork. At tutuhugin natin sa linggo. Kung kaya ng powers, kung gusto nyo, diretso ko sa... Baka hindi nyo kasi kayanin hanggang interview portion kasi yun yung pinakamaganda. Okay, may mga sasagutan kayo dun how to answer the interview, iba't ibang accounting firm, paano sumagot. Ang dami kasi nag-message sa akin, Coach, paano pag accounting firm? Ano tanong? Coach, pag e-commerce, pag real estate, pag property management. So pag nasa elite kayo, masasagot ko yun isa-isa. Pero magti-take down notes kayo ha, para pag may nagtanong naman sa inyo, i-share nyo sa iba. Pinapakopya ko naman yung answer eh. Magkakaiba na lang kasi tayo the level of confidence pagdating na interview. Kahit anong i-share ko sa inyo, pag kayo sa interview, hindi nyo na-deliver yan ng maayos, hindi pa rin kayo kukunin. Tama ba? So lahat ng materials ko, pati pangalan ko, pinapakopya ko doon. Bakit? Kasi nga, I'm confident, kahit kopyahin mo yan, pagdating sa interview portion, I can assure, ako ang Miss Universe. Sarot, yun lang, meron lang. Pero ano naman ako, marami rin naman ako rejection. Pero pag na-reject ako, it's okay lang, meaning hindi kami. Move on, ganun lang. Pag BPO, paano pong fair offer? Kasi pag BPO, ganito ito guys agency kasi is business eh. So, expect nyo na mababa ang salary. Yun. So, nasa 25 to 30 pag BPO, 30,000. Pag Australian, 30 to 40,000. Sa US client, yes, merong 1K pataas. Pero depende sa per ora. Iba-iba kasi sila eh. Umaga po ako, kaya po gabi po si Sir Neil. Kaya po Feb 19, 9 AM po ako kasi nga po kay Coach Neil po mag-i-e-commerce siya. Nagkataon lang kasi nauna si Coach Neil mag-launch siya. Last year niya pa yun na-launch nasabi before pa kami mag-elite eh. So giveaway lang kami. Ganyan po kami nagbibigayan. Ayan. Question. May naman ako nabasa sa tanong. Guys, pa-F naman po kung sino mag-enroll yung link daw. Sino ba yung nagtanong kami? Message na lang po kayo sa amin. Andiyan po si Ma'am Shibeto. Siya po ang aming finance. For the sake of everyone, hindi po ako may hawak sa finance department elite. Iba din po ang admin. Ako po ay lang din po. Coach lang po ako sa taas at mag-handle ng group. Pero may kanya-kanya po kaming trabaho. Masaya, di ba? Para na kaming kumpanya. May org na kami. Pero masaya kami dun sa loob. Parang basta masaya lang. Kahit dito naman masaya eh. Parang wala man kasi tayong office mate, di ba? At least meron tayong someone na kukulitin kapag nauurat pa tayo sa buhay. Pwede kayo umiyak sa amin. Pwede. Ha? Lahat i-share nyo sa amin. Mga anak nyo, dreams nyo, lalo dreams nyo, i-share nyo sa amin. Mas masaya yun. Kasi sabay-sabay tayo mangangarap. Kapag sinishare mo kasi yung dreams mo sa ibang tao, mas masarap. Sa vision board, i-share nyo yun sa elite. Isa-isa kayo mag-share. Mabilisan lang. What is your vision board? Kasi magmamanifest yun. Diba? Yung client nyo dati pinagdadasal, ayan na, nagdadatingan na sa isa-isa. Kasi minamanifest nyo yun. Hi, question pa. Walang nagugutom, kumakape.
Coach, narinig ko yung utang kanina.
Utang? Utang ko. Asa na?
O ba yan? Nangutang ako pang-enroll.
Ayun ba yun? Oo naman. Ano ka naman sa'yo, mag-work it naman yun. Diba?
Tama.
ROI mo naman, babalik na yan.
At saka nung nangutang ako, may deadline na. Pag nangungutang ako, may deadline, coach. Lagi.
Diba?
Para i-work out mo siya.
Ayun. Pwede kayong umiyak sa sharing. Alam mo, saya pag umiyak kayo kasi nakaka-release ng ano. Wala naman nakakaintindi sa pamilya nyo, di ba? Tama ba? Mag-anak nyo, di mo kanintindihan. Sabihin, baliw-baliw naman yun. Ano pinagagawa sa bahay? Panay internet, wala na ginawa sa bahay, kundi mag-internet. Di ba? May jowa yun, apam. English ng English. Tapos panay-panay enroll, panay-panay gusto ng certificate. Ano pinagagawa na sa bahay niya? Di tayo maintindihan, di ba? Tayo naintindihan natin yun.
Hindi na raw matapos mag-aral eh.
Oo, di ba? Parang ano ba? Parang tayo may mga magulang. Kailangan pa patatapos. Pero ang ano sa atin, ang mga anong sa atin, kaya ka ba magkaka-client? Puro ka na lang ganyan, wala ka pa rin client. Antay lang, wait lang.
Gugulat sila, katapos mo lang mag-aral. Enroll lang ka na naman.
Di ba? Opo. Guys, may question pa kayo? Oo, tayo lang magkakaintindihan. Kaya lagi kayo sa free webinar. Tsaka pag kausapin nyo lang ako, nagmasagot naman ako hanggang kaya ko, guys. Actually, ngayon ko na mag-bookkeeping. Alam ni Julie. Julie, di ba? Gusto ko na nga lang kumausap. Pero kailangan mag-kliyente eh. Coaching session. Ang coaching po is, paikot po siya. Kasong Feb 19 nga po, susunod March 5. Ka-cut off namin yung payment kasi hindi ko yung magsasabay-sabay ng level. Diba? Yun ang problema lang namin. Ang dami agad namin. Yun ang masaya. Puro newbies. Discounted po kapag elite members. Imagine, yung 4,000 nyo until next year yun. Lahat ng ilo-launch namin, 30% discount. At ako, lahat ng resources ko, lahat ng makakasalamuha ko, makausap na tao, kasama kayo doon. Kayo makakaalam. Meron bang nakapilang mga accounting firm na mag-guest? Hindi pa sila wala pa lang schedule, pero meron ng 2 accounting firm. At yung isa ko, so mai-share ko na lang, isa kong intern, ni-refer ko direkta sa na-interview kong client last week. Magsi-second interview na siya. Ako pa nagtulak. Sige, kaya mo yan. Pumasa ka lang, kaya mo yan. Natatakot siya. Kung hindi kaya mo yan, do it the yan way. Magtanong ka, tapos yun. So, pero kung hindi man siya matanggap, kung hindi ka matanggap, at least na-experience mo na ma-interview ka, na ikaw na. Yun naman ang goal eh. Di ba? Maging confident ka kahit wala si Miss Yan. Okay lang po. Sige po. Okay na po kaya? Sige po, antayin po namin kayo. Continuous po yun. And ang gusto lang namin is talagang mag-grow yung elite kasi po para po sa ibang member po yun mangyayari. Anyone na magkasakit, anyone na may need ng help, mabibigay po agad natin kasi meron tayong elite. Hindi, sa amin, yes, pero syempre, more on benefits, long-term goal namin, magtagal ang accounting Pifolz. Kasi kapag di namin siya ginawang paid, para kaming walang substance. Ampaw lang, alam mo yung grupo lang. Diba? Walang sense. So, ganun din kayo mag-achieve ng goal. Hindi dapat stop lang doon. Huwag kayo makontento na ganito lang kayo. Hindi ako papayag. Kukutong ako kayo. Huwag kayo Sige po. Ano pang question, guys? Baka gutom na kayo. Ayan po, may nag-message na. Yan po, coaching session yan. Referrals, OJT intern, yan. Yung referrals pag ginagawa ko na, may mga grupo tayong nagtatrabaho na sa ibang client ko. Sige po, Miss Nelia, thank you so much. Unlimited question. Oo po, only doon. Kung may only rice, may only question po sa elite. Yan po. Ayan, pa-assist po si Miss Maureen. Okay na kayo, guys? Pwede na tayo kumain. Hi, mga naka-open yung cam, Miss Ella, Marites, Dermina, Miss Ira, Maureen, syempre. Shoutout ko na ba si Jilly, Sir Gary, syempre, si Ma'am Merly. O yan na. Yung mga naka-open ng cam lang, si Michelle, si Hazel, si Laurentia, si Ma'am Josephine.
Coach, may tanong.
Yes po.
What if hindi po ako maka-attend sa first coaching? Kailan po ang next session po?
March 5 po. Tapos recorded naman yon. Pero again, pag nag-init kayo, sundin nyo yung papagawa ko unti-unti. Ha, may progress yun. May progress talaga. Kasi baka yung alam yung way pag teka lang ha. Ano ba? Sa kabilang call pala sila. Okay, sige lang, wait lang ha. May question ba kayo guys? May ano lang sa kabila. Okay.
May question, paano po membership sa AP?
Okay na kayo guys, tinatawag ako sa kabila. Punta lang ako Norway. Punta ako Norway. Ayun na. Bakit mo na plano?
Coach,
Okay na,
message mo lang ako, coach, kung regarding no sa...
okay na guys ha. Tawag ako sa kabila sa Skype. Pinapatawag ako sa principal office. Yan na. Okay guys ha. Baka bigla
Joel, may tanong ka? May sasabihin ka?
Ay, okay lang po yung Sir George kasi nagpapasi sa akin mamaya si coach yan sa client niya po ata.
Okay. So guys, meron pa kayong tanong habang nandito pa?
Yes
Coach
po,
Joel.
yung regarding kanina Sir George, may nabasa ako Sir George na walang experience sa Zero tsaka sa QuickBook. So sa Elite Group, meron tayong free for mga wala pa talagang experience, may pre-webinar pa paano i-navigate yung QuickBooks tsaka yung Zero. So I think kailan po yung Sir George yung kay Coach Roma, parang 25 po, di ba?
Feb 25.
Yes po. So sa
Sabado
Feb 25, as a Zero, meron tayong free webinar sa Elite webinar for Zero. So navigation yun lahat, paano gagamitin si Zero. And then April naman po yung sa QuickBook.
Guys, may tanong kayo? Kung wala na, let's end this meeting. Huwag kayo mahiya, kami tayo na lang nandito. Sir Rafael, yan. May tanong ka rin, Rafael?
Sir George, kailan yung Australian taxation kung
March.
tutuloy?
March.
March na.
Ano ko, March. Tapos sa June, Canadian taxation naman. Bookkeeping taxation, June. Dito lang tinuturo yan sa grupong ito. Believe me.
Wala pa yata sa iba ng...
Wala pa yung sa iba. Sa iba, baka may tanong. Maganda yun.
Sobrang ganda ng...
pioneers.
Oo, kasi sobrang bibira lang yung Canadian. So kung makaka-land mo yun, walang problema na. O nga pala sa e-commerce pala na gustong humabol. So kay Coach Neil, this coming Saturday and Sunday na yung webinar niya. So kung sino yung gustong mag-focus sa niche na e-commerce. So this coming Saturday and Sunday na po yung kay Coach Neil.
Hi guys, ayun, hindi na pala, tapos na pala ako tawagin sa principal office. Tinatawag daw ako, hindi ako makasagot. Nasa kabila. Aray ko. Okay na? Okay na kayo guys? Lalambing nyo ha, wala kayong tanong. Mamaya mag-PPM kayo sa akin, promise. Pusta ako 10.
Nahihiya.
Huwag na kayo nahiya. Basta ang coaching session sa mga newbies po is more on mentoring program. Tawag nga ni Sir George, tama naman, blueprint siya. Blueprint in a way na step by step. Paano ayusin yung proposal, getting hard, consistency, mindset, yun, dire-diretso siya.
Paano po pala magpa-members? Coach, may nagtatanong ulit. Paano po pala
Andyan po sa link po. Sino pong nandyan namin? Si Ma'am Shibet nandyan. We're already 133 kanina. 9 a.m. po magsa-start. So, kasi yung problema nyo talaga dyan is getting clients talaga. Yun talaga ang problem. Diba? Yun talaga, wala namang iba. Kasi kung may client na kayo, wala na kayo dito. Kung may client man kayo ngayon, gusto nyo naman, madagdagan ng client. Diba? Yun naman.
Madalawa pa.
Magdadalawa, 3, 4, maging agency owner.
Masanay na kayo makipag-usap sa mga British katulad nung kanina.
Coach, kailan po yung agency coach na webinar coach for agency?
Mga March. Kasi kukunin pa natin kung sino yung enrollees. Iba-iba kasi kayo, more 80% ata newbies sa non-accountant. So, ihiwalay kasi sila. Kasi pag sumabay kayo sa mga iba, mahihilo kayo. Kasi kailangan nyo matutunan yung financial foundation talaga. Accounting basic talaga. Hindi mo lang siya dapat nasa puso mo talaga. Naiintindihan mo talaga yung buong concept ng accounting process, basic foundation, in and out ng pera. Paano mo papaintindi sa client yung important ng financial statement? Diba? Paano mo hugutin kasi ang selling points sa interview is not only yung skills mo talaga eh. How yung empathy mo sa client na naiintindihan mo yung problema niya.
Coach, sagutin ko lang to coach. May question coach si Ma'am Agnes. Kasama po ba yung Belgium and Apollo sa upcoming webinar ko po sa real estate? So sa akin po is hindi po siya po kasali kasi yung way po ng ituturo ko na real estate is tina-target yung mismong real estate investors. So yung mga regarding kasi sa Belgium and Apollo is sa property management naman po yun. So sa akin is, ang nangyayari kasi is nagkakaroon ng confusion sa real estate tsaka sa property management eh. So yung real estate na bookkeeping na tinuturo ko is yung mismong owner talaga ng mga property, yun yung books na ire-record mo. So paano mo siya ire-record? Unlike sa property management naman is, ang ginagawa kasi doon is kayo po yung nagmamanage ng property, ng rental property ng investor owner. So yun po eh. So lahat po, bali main po talaga yung tina-target natin, yung mismong business niya po.
Sir, pero meron din yung dalawa yung mag-mix yung business.
Yung mag-mix po yung business. So ang wala pa naman po kasi yung sa property management, halimbawa kasi ikaw yung real estate investor, so may mga property ka, 'di ba? So yun yung tinuturo ko paano i-record yung property, lahat mga assets. Yung sa property management kasi is meron kang rental property na ipapamanage mo sa ibang tao. So iba din po yung way noon. So yun doon na papasok yung Belgium tsaka Apollo. So magkaiba po yun. I think this coming April po yung property management naman po. Kay Coach Neil po. Si Coach Neil po yung nagtuturo ng property management. So sa akin is mismong owner talaga yung target natin kung paano siya i-record yung books niya.
Thank you. Ang tuturo kasi sa kada coach is yung mga most commonly asked question sa real estate. Pero yun nga, dapat deeper understanding pa rin talaga kahit alam mo yung frequently asked. Kasi pag kinabisado mo lang siya, parang ang robot na pag tinanong ito yung sagot, dapat alam mo talaga yung concept behind. Naintindihan mo yung business.
Yes, especially sa RE coach kasi tatanungin ka talaga kung alam mo to, alam mo to. Yun yung tanong sa mga RE susubukan ka niya kung alam mo yung ginagawa niya. Yun yung sa mga RE talaga. So yun, matatakal natin yun lahat. Sa
Accounting
course.
firm, nagtanong din. Accounting firm, mostly, ang tanong dyan, journal entries.
Yes.
Ready kayo
Balance
pag
ko.
on the
Balance.
spot,
Coach, may,
entry.
Coach, may tanong si Agnes Asor. Kanina gusto magtanong. Agnes Asor.
Ayan po.
Ayan.
Yes, Coach, nasagot na ni Coach Joel. Regarding yan sa ang question ko is kung kasama yung Appfolio at saka Belgium sa training, ay hindi pala. Separate
Okay.
pala yun. So, answered na, Coach.
Nakuha niyan?
So, pero meron bang schedule ng Belgium and Appfolio na training? Kasi parang mas okay yon dahil madalas yung ginagamit sa property management ay marami rin kasing businesses na
Yes.
nagtitinda ng property management.
I think this coming April po, may si Coach Neil po, ituturo niya yung property management. So kasali na ata yung mga software na yun, yung Belgium tsaka Folio.
Okay.
Suggest ko lang do sa Belgium. May free naman yung Belgium eh. May 14 days siya na free. Registered kayo tapos habang kasi manonood lang naman kayo ng video doon eh. Tapos after magte-take kayo ng exam. So much better i-take nyo na lang yung gawa na lang kayo ng account sa sa Belgium. Hanggang 14 days kailangan nyo kasi ang haba ng exam nung ng Belgium. Kada topic.
Okay, thank you.
Ayan pa. Mga newbies, ano pang question nyo? Problem? Ano pang need nyong help na nakukulangan kayo sa group? Bukod sa walang client. Yung walang jowa naman, para maiba. Sino walang jowa? Yun, ang dami. Yan. Biglang
Tamaan ako dyan, Coach.
Kasi client ang problema eh. Diba?
Yeah.
Question, Coach. Quick question. Yung Sir Rafi, di ba nag-ano ka po ng you just finish yung 5-week course ng Bedrocks?
Apo.
Oh, I mean, tawag dito, paano siya ano ba ito? Ano ka ba kaya siyang sabayan?
Sabayan na paano?
I mean yung training ng ng 15 ng 50 I mean
Ang kakain ng oras sa inyo doon yung exam, yung test, practice set. Kasi talagang kailangan yung tapusin. 13 yata yun na test. Tapos, meron naman kayong mga study body, pero talagang kailangan nyo na ipasa para makagraduate.
Ang pinaka-the best siguro, 13 weeks kunin nyo kasi lalo na yung newbie. Kasi sa 13 weeks, mag-start kayo bookkeeping tsaka magmamanual magmamanual magagawa kayo mismo, mag-fill up kayo ng form. Kasi sa amin sa 5 weeks, diretso na kami ng ng Drake. So sa Drake, magna-navigate na kayo tapos practice set 13 practice set. Kailangan ma-complete niyo 'yon within specified na date. Kung hindi kayo hindi mabibigyan ng certificate. Pero okay din, challenging din kasi yung Drake tsaka may study body din. May group din kami sa sa FB.
Asa lang tinignan ko ngayon lang yung nila, yung course yung course ng timetable. Mas mauuna yung yung 5 weeks kaysa sa 13 weeks.
Kasi po diretso na yung yung 5 weeks kasi diretso na siya ng Drake. Parang may iniskipan silang yung bookkeeping aspect eh. Pagdating kasi doon, na kayo kagad, a-analyze na kagad ng data na ibibigay ni client kung ano ang kailangan for the preparation ng tax. Halimbawa, 1040, gawa kayo ng 1065, 1120, 1120S. Lahat na yon ituturo na yon sa video. Then, kayo na mag-a-analyze kung paano i-encode lahat yon. Kailangan parehas kayo kung ano yung solution. Marireach nyo yung solution. Mabilisan kasi yung pacing nun eh. Mabilisan. Kaso nga lang, ang nakaka-pressure kasi doon, yung pagsasubmit ng mga practice set niya.
Practice set. Hindi, I mean, yung mauuna kasi yung 5 weeks bago yung 13 weeks. Parang sa May pa magsisimula yung 13 weeks. Yung 5 weeks, April.
Mas maganda siguro kung mag-13 weeks kasi mas comprehensive yun eh. Pinaka-the best doon. Maintindihan mo siya kahit manual siya. Kasi ang turo, ang ni Joe. Siyempre, nauna siya eh. 40 years na siyang alam niyang i-manual check yung yung taxation kumpara sa Drake lang. So pag kung magbe-base ka lang sa Drake. Lalo pa kung walang background din ng accounting, mas may hirapan kang mag-intindihin. No, hintayin mo na lang 30 weeks, mas maganda.
Mas makakamura kasi Sir Rafi yung naka-bundle.
Okay din.
Nakabundle.
May naka-bundle
Kasi,
kasi. Yung ang ano nga lang kasi yung oras, mas mauuna
yung
yung
oras.
weeks. I mean, mauna yung 5 weeks. Mauna yung program ng 5 weeks. Supposedly sana mauna muna yung 13 weeks. Kaso lang 5 weeks.
Yun mag-overlap.
Saka pa yung
Pero matatagalan ka din sa pag-prepare kasi isang problem kasi hindi naman ganun kadali. May sila may tricky, kumbaga meron ding misleading, parang mag-a-analyze din talaga yung mag-aaral. Hindi naman nila lahat ibibigay. So ang magkagandahan lang noon, may meron kayong magkakasama kayo nag-uusap sa GC na nagtatanong.
Magkakasama kami mali. Magkakasama mali.
Hindi, may solution, ang kagandahan ngayon sa Bedrock, meron silang binibigay na solution. So ang hahabulin mo, yun solution. Kailangan parehas kayo ng amount. So, maliban na lang kung merong mga technical error doon na meron silang tinatawag na error 29 na hindi mo na siya talaga makokorek kasi ang gagamitin nyo lang is free version. Iba kasi yung free version sa yung actual na nakasubmit sa IRS. Iba yun. Iba yung ginagamit namin. Ano lang siya. Standalone lang siya. Pero nakaprogram din naman siya. Maganda rin yung US taxation.
Maganda kasi malalagay sa certificate pero natututo talaga kayo. Tsaka pandagdag sa parang kasi yung awards nyo, di ba? Yun naman talaga.
Hindi, tataas ang bitin.
Okay points. At padagdag ng confidence level din kasi.
Tama.
Tsaka the moment na binukan yung big nyo regarding meron na kayong na-enroll na tax, nakakatuwa sa client. Actually, I'm still I'm a student of tax preparer. I'm learning tax preparer. Planning to become a tax preparer, nag-enroll ka. Kahit di ka pa nag-enroll, sabihin mo lang may plano ka. Kahit nga yung enroll agent, sinabi ko lang may plano ako mag-enroll agent at tanggap din na eh. Oh, really? Gaganon agad. Yes.
Kasi
bigyan mo na akong trabaho para may pang-enroll ako, di ba? Sabi ko sa kanya, di hard para makapag-enroll agent.
Kasi
ka.
Sabi ni Joe, ang target daw ng IRS is mag-employ ng 68,000 na enroll agent.
Kulang
ngayon
talaga.
sa Pilipinas 20 lang daw yung enroll agent. So ang daming pipilapan million pala yung business.
Meron kaming guest speaker na EA, nasa group din natin siya, EA na siya.
Ayun.
Kaya pala siya nagtanong sa akin last time kasi sabi niya, coach, saan ka nagstay sa Korea? Yung pala, nagpunta na siya ng Korea, doon siya nag-exam. Pumasa siya. Di ba? Isa siya sa mga nasa group na last year pa. So,
yun ang magandang next target. Yung EA.
Ano siya? Sa inyo, magiging guest speaker siya kung paano niya tinik. Although, ang dami sa group, marami nag-o-offer ng kodiko sa enroll agent. Totoo pala yun, scam din. Marami. Pero ba't mo gagawin, di ba? Masaya kaya kung hindi ka makapasa, di at least may knowledge ka pa din. Hindi mo naman kailangang Totoo pala yung marami nang i-scam ngayon doon sa group na yon.
Kahit knowledge lang, coach, kasi paminsan kasi kahit nasabihin at hindi ka mag-prepare ng tax ni client, pero magtatanong sa si client ano yung mga kailanganin niya. So at least paano makakapagbigay ka ng advice sa kanya. Yun yung
Kasi sabi ni Joe regarding sa enroll agent, hindi naman, mas maganda kung mag-take ka at pumasa ka. Pero sabi niya, kung makaaral ka, mas advantage mo kasi alam mo i-represent yung client. Kung sabihin, makakapagbigay ka ng advice na maayos.
yun.
Kasi
Yun yung advice talaga.
Yung EA kasi parang lumalabas yan lawyer. Ikaw ang magre-represent ng company sa IRS. So paano mo sila i-represent kung hindi ka pumasa? Di ba? So kailangan talaga ipasa mo yung EA exam. Kasi yun yung accreditation.
Yun lang. Marami pa naman dahan-dahan guys, huwag kayo ma-overwhelm. Kaya nyo naman yun. Pero again, while doing that, apply na kayo Tapos tuturuan ko kayo dun sa edit kung paano talaga makakita ng leads sa FB group. Paano magpapansin. Yung mga nag-message sa akin, yun galing sa FB group yun. Hindi ko nang alam saan ka nakita. Dun sa gantong group, nakita ko nag-comment ka. So, ganyan. Hindi mo alam kasi yung pinost ko, reply ko lang dun sa comment ng isa. Pero ang dami nang nakabasa. Anong sinulat ko doon? Malalaman niyo sa elite. Papakopya ko din. Edit ko lang yung pangalan ko, pakokopya ko talaga. Tapos may mag-i-inbox na lang sa inyo. How much is your service? Ganyan. $15 per hour, ganun. May ganun ding level. Pero isa, hindi bumalik. Mahal ata. Isa pa estudyante, nagpapa one-on-one. Pero it really works lang. Kanya-kanyang diskarte para mabuhay. Ganun lang yun. Para mabuhay. Yes, sa pakopya ko yan. I-tweak nyo lang. Tsaka basta may pasabog sa elite, tuturo kung paano kayo maging genius. Pati yung wording nyo. I-share natin sa elite. Siyempre, yung nag-invest din naman, para fair lang naman, di ba? Kasi they invest para fair. Okay na kayo, guys? Gusto nyo pa maglambing sa akin? Kakain na tayo. Tsaka tinatawag na ako sa principal sa office.